Hello, everyone, and welcome to Henry Ford Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Ford College in lovely Dearborn, Michigan. And it's time for women's volleyball coming to you on the Henry Ford Streaming Network. And I'm Jeff Lowe along with Mr. Eric Pate. The doctor's in the house. Eric, tell us about these two teams.
Well, I mean, Henry Ford obviously 1-20, long season, 19-game losing streak, and you ask yourself, hey, how do you get out of it? 7 players. Let's see if they have the energy, the passion, and the depth to try to manufacture it and get it done today. But the Monarchs, conversely, 9-10 on the year, team that's owned the Hawks as of late and playing 500 volleyball, 9-10 to be exact. And if you're the Monarchs, you want to get this thing over early and not let Henry Ford get started.
The Monarchs are coached by Lauren Doogie Duquette in her 5th season. Her dad is one of her assistant coaches. And I talked to her dad earlier before the match started, and he was very pleased in the job that she was doing as a head coach for the Monarchs. And we are underway here. And the Hawks are off to a very good start with a 2-0 lead here in this first set. Bell back to serve. Bell has been one of the most consistent players on this Hawks team. Bell with the setup. There's the spike attempt. Played well by the Monarchs. Good tap over the net. Back and forth they go. Bell with the setup. And wow, it was a long volley.
And the fast start for Henry Ford is just what the doctor ordered. I mean, 2-0. They have to find a way to get the serve back and get some points on the board and see if they can't rack them, stack them, and get it going.
Tresnak back to serve for the Monarchs. That one went off the ceiling. Oh, that one went off the ceiling and almost went over the net. But the Hawks lose the point. All tied up at 2. If you're just joining us, we are in the first set here at Henry Ford College. The Monarchs from Macomb College and Henry Ford going at it in women's volleyball.
Early substitution, Skylar Piper, libero for Henry Ford, has a seat, and they're going big up front with Aisha Estelle out of Hazel Park. Estelle's been decent. And as soon as I say that, they get a point there.
Great job by the Hawks in scoring that point right there. 4-2 you score.
And Henry Ford, they seem to come out first set, fired up, energetic. Then things get tough.
That one barely gets in as the Hawks just watch it. Looked like it was going to go out, but it just grazes the line. Counter point for the Monarchs. Good spike attempt. That was Aisha Estelle with the spike. Or with the kill.
Nice serve. And timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout by Macomb. I think they're a little surprised, and that's a good sign. I mean, Henry Ford, Coach Chambers has done a good job of every night that they play. She's been energetic and positive. She's been firm but fair. That's a good way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she has to be with a young group that maybe not has as much volleyball playing experiences as the opponents, but she's come out here and she continues to drill the same message. Do what you've done in practice and do it better.
It's tough when you're a first-year coach or a second-year coach and you're coming into a program that's not that you have to really build from her standpoint, from the ground up. And you have players that might not make it throughout the season, and you have to just try so hard to keep them motivated, like you said. And Coach Chambers has done an excellent job in doing that.
I mean, I watch her pregame, I watch her during the matches and postgame, and she has the same energy all the time. I think this is someone who loves volleyball, and she just wishes sometimes she could give a transfusion to her players so they can have the same attitude all the time. And it seems like it's perpetual rebuilding here because, let's face it, girls don't stay. They don't stay at Henry Ford.
Lisa Peterson with the serve. 7-3 is your score here in the first set.
Nice serve. Oh, man. Didn't stay inside, and it didn't stay in bounds.
Oh, that was outside. Just missed. Going back to serve is Weiss for the Monarchs.
Had a nice trajectory on that serve for Henry Ford, just didn't make it across.
Weiss into the net. And the serve goes back to the Hawks. Good kill shot. Running the front line. That one's out of bounds. 9-4 your score. I like the energy, like you said earlier. I like this energy from the Hawks. That one's long and out of bounds.
Well, I mean, Henry Ford has gotten off to that early start that we talked about in the pregame. Now you have this, like I said, rack and stack some points and continue to gain some momentum as you go along. 19-game losing streak, what do you have to lose?
Totally agree with you there, yes.
Good block.
Good defense by the front line of the Hawks.
Well, I mean, right across the front and just really a good reaction, good response by Henry Ford. Just have to continue it.
Nice tap over the net. Kind of caught the Monarchs off guard a little bit. Good job with getting the ball back over the front line. There's a kill shot by the outside hitter, one of the best outside hitters, according to one of the assistant coaches from the Monarchs. One of the best outside hitters in the league, number 5, and that's Tresnick.
Nice passing game by Henry Ford.
Yes.
Sometimes I think when they score, it's almost like they can't believe it. Like they're really excited and ecstatic. But this is what you need to have happen in a situation that Henry Ford finds itself in.
Hudgens went up for the kill shot. Didn't get all of it, but count the point anyway. 10-8 score, and Hudgens, Shantae Hudgens is one of their top players, and she is back to serve it up for the Monarchs.
Nice. If I had to say which young lady has started off well for Henry Ford, I'd say Aisha Estelle from Hazel Park High School, a 5'8" freshman. And she looks more imposing from our vantage point than what it actually says on the roster.
That was Damron with a nice serve, and let's call it an ace, because that was a That had some heat on it right there.
That sweet heat.
Yeah.
But, to Macomb's credit, every time they need something, as you see, Grace Amo, middle blocker there on the score, whenever they need a point, they go right to the Henry Ford's back row, which has kind of been the weakness for them.
It's long, out of bounds.
I'd like to thank our viewers and that are joining us tonight all over the country. I think my daughter's on. Hello from cloudy Dearborn, Michigan. Let my granddaughter see how this college volleyball is. But, Henry Ford, 5-point lead right now. You couldn't ask for a better start for him.
14-9 is the score.
Man. Soft break there, and now Macomb has to show that they're the better team. They have to come out and use their serve to their advantage. And Henry Ford's done a great job of, getting the ball back, getting the serve back. Nice passing game and blocks at the net.
Great block at the net. That was Estelle with the block and a great defense at the net.
Right,
Check that. That was Ackles with the block at the net. And now Ackles goes back
nice
to
serve.
Yes. Ackles with the dig.
She's playing her heart out.
And that's what you call a kill shot right there.
Ackles and Estelle. I mean, I think this is what we wanted to see all season long. And under a girl tonight, Alana Bell has not, scored a lot of points, but she's led that passing game, and she's a catalyst. She's someone that you talk about when you build a program, you can build off of her. Young lady's listed at 4'11" out of Roseville, Centerline High School.
Playing the front line.
Oh yeah.
At that size, and it sometimes it gets to be really intimidating when you look across the net and see all these other young ladies.
A foot taller than you.
Oh, right.
But I think what she does for Henry Ford is she sets up the passing game. She's like a consummate point guard on a basketball floor, if we can make that analogy. And speaking of which, we're going to probably talk to some of the Henry Ford women's coach, Coach Darrell Smith, and some of the players, and kind of get a preview of what they have in store for us next month when they open up. But this volleyball, for Henry Ford tonight, 16-10, you're 9 points away from winning the first set. The first set can go a long way for what can happen the rest of the night.
Oh, yeah.
But it's about that hunger, passion, and desire.
Yeah, you put the Monarchs on their heels, and they start hitting the ball long or hitting the ball into the net. And you can say that's an advantage for the Hawks. And as you said, 16-10 is the score. We're in the first set here if you're just joining us. Henry Ford women's volleyball. Ackles, count the point.
Hey, man. That's why they play the games. And funny thing is, Macomb comes in winning 3 of the last 4. And as we said, Henry Ford, they have lost their last 19 matches in a row.
2 serves in a row. 2 great serves. Estelle making a point, driving home these outstanding serves for Henry Ford. That looks long. Oh, just touched the line.
That was in. Coach Chambers even pointed to the floor because she knew, hey, that thing was in. Now, it's critical right now. Henry Ford, don't let them up. You're up 7 points. You have 7 before you can call yourself victorious here in the first set, this is big. Make that 6. Those service errors have hurt Macomb. Good for Henry Ford.
That's right.
We'll take him any way we can get him if you're the Henry Ford Hawks.
Peterson back to serve. Outside hitter. Good job. Set up by Bell. Tipped by the front line of the Monarchs. Outside hitter Mallory Cartnell coming from the outside, number 8. Put a little pressure on the front line of the Hawks right there. Good job by Bell keeping that one alive. Excellent shot that time. Hit right into the heart of the defense by Storms.
Well, anybody that thought that Henry Ford would come in, lay down, and just lay down tonight was totally mistaken. They're active. They're moving around.
Making plays like that. Tap over the net by the Monarchs. Looked like somebody hit that one twice. 20-13 your score. Carnell still back serving for the Monarchs.
Okay, for Henry Ford right now, you want to get the serve. Hope for a service error by Macomb, or just get it back best way you can.
Here's the setup by Bell. No, and couldn't get it back over the net. Not what we wanted right there, because it still has to get that one up a little higher and get it over the net for the kill shot. Not able to do so on that last one. 20-15 your score.
All right, it's getting a bit precarious, wouldn't you say?
Might be
Time out.
Yep, there it is. There's that timeout. Now, if you go inside the huddle of coach, what are you telling those young ladies?
If you're Henry Ford right now, you're just telling young ladies, stay poised. Let's not beat ourselves. Let's play our game like we have the entire match thus far. Rely on our passing game. Get this thing where you're in control of it. And the nice blocks at the net. Play good defense. Wow, I mean, it's really close. It's really close for them to get to win the first set, and it could be huge tonight. So you want to get the serve back somehow.
You know, I've seen a marked improvement in this program as far as what coach is doing so far at this point in the season, especially what she's been up against and losing a few players and players not wanting to commit to the program. But I have seen the ones that are staying are definitely improving, and right now they're ahead of the Monarchs from Macomb 20-16 and trying to hang on to get this first set win. Cartnell back to serve for the Monarchs.
See that, and that's a mental error. You can't have that happen, Miss Bell. She's right there, and you know.
That was a disadvantage too. Yeah, I think she saw.
Yeah, but you know what I don't like is when now we're getting a little bit maybe overconfident when it was 20-12. They've scored 5 in a row. Let's get back in it.
Must keep putting the pressure and keeping the pressure on the Monarchs.
Okay, 21.
With shots like that.
21-17, and it's still on the serve. She's got a nice serve game all match. Nice. Communicate, ladies.
Good job in getting that one back over.
Well, not much you can do about that one. She's one of their better players. That's Shantae Hudgens out of Warren Lincoln High School.
And you can just see the energy when she gets ready to go up to the net and attacks the ball with some very aggressive feelings. Hudgens back to serve. Little tap. 21-19.
They chipped away at this thing, and now, you know, it gets a little more binding. You get a little more nervous after you had that big lead. It's kind of, they're squandering it, and they got to get control of it.
Just with the serve. Kill attempt. Good save by Henry Ford. Yes. Good defense at the net. Again, great defense at the net. And the kill shot. Just a little long.
Oh, that was on. That was in, Jeff. That was in.
Okay.
You gotta love it. Let's see if Henry Ford can close it out on this possession. Jinxed him. I jinxed him. I should have shut up right there. Stay quiet, Eric. 22-20, and man, it was once upon a time it was 20-12.
Paige Elliott now back serving for the Monarchs. Good dig shot. Ready to get it back over the net. Bell with a nice dig right in the middle of the defense. Out of bounds. The ball did hit the ceiling there. They didn't count that one. 22-21 here in the first set.
Went over, and it's all tied now. Timeout, Henry Ford. You want Coach to, I mean, really, she's not, you know, one thing about her, she doesn't waste her huddles. She takes the time to give them the strategy, tell them what she wants, and they're locked in, and it's still theirs for the taking. But you can't have the mistakes. You can't have any errors. She just said we still have the advantage, and so
that's right.
You got to make it happen.
And you're absolutely right. She is saying all the right things in that huddle, and I must say that these young ladies have played an outstanding first set here, and just not able to finish it off. Got to be able to finish this off. All tied up at 22. I'd like to thank you for joining us all over the country. You're watching Henry Ford Women's Volleyball on the Henry Ford College Streaming Network from Dearborn, Michigan.
And we've got Coach Smith, Daryl Smith, with us. He's the women's basketball coach. We're going to have him come on at some point. You know, I'm looking forward to the basketball season, but we got good volleyball right now. And
yeah.
the women's basketball team always comes out and supports. So be interested to see what Coach has to say about that.
Bell with the setup. Good save that time, and not able to get it back over the net.
Well, this is the tough time when you squander an 8-point lead and you're right there at the brink and you can't finish it. The doubt starts to tap into your mind here. Critical point.
That
That's
was long.
It's long.
All tied up again.
Now, Henry Ford has got to keep the possession here. No mistakes.
23 all. Bell back to serve.
It's a nice person to have.
As you tap over the net. Game point for Henry Ford. Substitution into the game. Skylar Piper checks in. She's the libero.
You gotta close it out here. That's service there at the wrong time.
Tresnick back to serve for the Monarchs. Tap over the net, and that one's out of bounds. Oh my.
Now you got set point.
Set point for the Monarchs. Looking for the kill shot, not able to get it up. Bell with the setup. Good job by the Hawks getting that one back over. Good job defending the net. No!
That's a tough way to lose it.
Tough way to lose it. Well, the first set goes to the Monarchs. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the head coach of the women's basketball team for Henry Ford College. We'll be right back after this.
right, we're back at Henry Ford here at the Alumni Gymnasium and Memorial Gymnasium. And women are down one zip to Macomb Community College, the Monarchs. And we're happy to be joined by Henry Ford women's head basketball coach, Daryl Smith. And Coach Smith, you will get a chance to talk some basketball, but thanks for coming up.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, well, you all had, a kind of a rough season last year, but one thing about it, you competed all the way through.
Yeah, for sure.
So just kind of talk about that real quick as we head into this second set of volleyball here.
I think last year was just a process of trying to install a culture here. So just getting our girls to kind of buy in and play hard and just be competitive regardless of how many numbers we have. Obviously, we're a little bit deeper this year. So some of those games that we didn't edge out last year, we should edge out this year. We have a group that's excited about being here, so it makes a difference. When they want to be here, they want to compete, and they want to be better. So they're working hard every day here. So we should see a different program this year.
Well, as we're watching the volleyball match here, Henry Ford, the libero checks out. That's Skylar Piper wearing that blue jersey as the libero, and on the back row there at the towing the line, the service, Admire Ackles. And I know you all come out and check the girls out on the volleyball team quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about the support, the importance of supporting the other programs here in Henry Ford.
It's big to kind of just build a camaraderie with all the programs here on campus. Obviously, the women programs. I mean, the women programs at this campus are probably the programs that probably need the most support. So the same support that we're looking to get from other programs, we want to be able to give to. So every home game we get an opportunity to be here, we will be here.
All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit more as we go along as Macomb scores another point. And it's critical. Jeff Lowe is normally doing the color here, but it's critical for Henry Ford to get off to a good start in this second set, to try to win this second set to keep this thing going. As Macomb coming with the serve in the back line there. It's their libero, number 20, and she's not on the roster for some reason, but 4-1. But, Coach, when I think about Henry Ford, I think about Kaya Wilson.
Yeah.
Out of Oak Park High School. She's best player on this team, but isn't she one of the best in the conference?
Yeah, I think she's one of the best guards. She's one of the quicker guards in our conference, and she just got a wheel that's unmatched with any other guard. So it doesn't matter how much we're up or down, she's going to play hard. She got one way that she plays. So it's going to set the tone for the program, and I think she's going to change the direction that we're headed in.
And Coach, what I remember about her is, she played with a lot of pizzazz, a lot of style. Talk about what she's done over the summer to get better, maybe a wrinkle or a twist that maybe you haven't seen out of her that you see now.
She's more of a leader. She took the opportunity over the summer to kind of get in the lab and kind of understand what does it mean to be a college point guard. So it's not, last year was just her kind of taking it upon herself to kind of will us to win games. Now she's kind of being more vocal. She understands how to run sets. She understands how to run an offense. So I think that you'll see a different level of Kaya than you saw last year. She's able to score a little better. She can shoot the ball a little better this year too. So I'm excited to see what she brings to the table this year.
All right, 6-3 right now, folks, and Macomb serving right now. And Coach Chambers, what do you think of Coach Chambers, the women's volleyball coach, and just the energy and passion that she serves with?
Things are going to change for her. Just because she's passionate and she loves what she's doing, I think that she just stay consistent, just stay the course. It's something that's not going to happen for either of us overnight, But if she keeps staying with the same passion that she has, it's going to change around. She's a player that was here at Henry Ford. Obviously, I was here a year after she left as like an intern for Coach Beth, for Bob Beth when he was coaching here. And she was a player there, so she played volleyball, she played basketball with the same passion that she's coaching with right now.
Wow.
So I think it's great things ahead for Coach.
Well, what I've noticed is Coach, athletic director Rochelle Taylor has brought in a good young core of coaches.
Yeah.
Talk about how important it is to sell the program, how difficult it might be.
It's hard right now because the level of consistency hasn't been here. So it's hard to get coaches to buy in to what we're building. It's a kind of wait and see thing for us right now. So everybody's kind of waiting, seeing how serious we are about what we're saying. I think the tides are starting to turn, but like I said, it's going to be a process just because we're kind of held hostage of the past of our program.
Now, talk. Coach Chambers going through a really long losing streak as he just calls a timeout. It's 10-3 Macomb, and this had been fueled by Shantae Hudgens, a middle blocker, and outside player from Warren Lincoln, and just talk about how do you stay focused? You've been through it. You've been through some long losing streaks here as well.
Yeah.
How does a coach stay in it?
Just keeping the main thing. Kind of worrying about development more than scores right now. Like I said, we're in a process where we're just trying to build a culture. So for us, you got to take every game with a fresh start. So you're 1-0 every time, or 0-0 every time we take the floor, and either we 1-0 or we 0-1, and then it's out of our minds. Never too high, never too low. We kind of just forget about it and move on. And I think that's the approach that we're taking this year, that we're going to play every single game the same way, like we're playing the best team in the country.
Yeah, we're speaking with Coach Darrell Smith. He's the head women's basketball coach here at Henry Ford College. And Coach, just kind of talk to us about the players that you have on your roster and what we should look forward to in a couple weeks when we get the chance to see them play.
Obviously, so we got Kaya returning this year, and she's going to bring leadership to our program. But we added a lot of toughness. We went and got Naima Hindu for E-Course. She's going to be man in the middle for us. Rayana's from River Rouge High School. She's also playing the 5 for us. So more athletic, more physical than you've seen us play before. We got more guards that can balance out. We brought a guard from a transfer from Fort Scott, Rakayla Davis, that's going to add some scoring and give us a dynamic that we didn't have, that gave us some balance. And then Sincere Williamson came from DEPSA, so she comes from a program of winning. She understands what it takes to win, being part of big games her whole high school career, so she brings some of that to us.
And for the folks that are out there, if you say DEPSA and you say the women's program,
yeah,
and girls basketball,
yeah,
that's a kid that's experienced some winning, been around winning. And how big is that?
It's huge. I mean, it's one thing to try to talk about it and teach about a winning culture, but then it's a different thing from bringing kids in as part of one, so they know how to kind of fall in line. They're more vocal, and they're kind of just leading by example. Some of the things that we were missing, the freshmen came in and were able to do it from day one. So you'll see a lot more energy on the sideline. You see a lot more communication, and then, like I said, you'll see balance. It won't be 1 or 2 kids. You have balance where you can go 6, 7 kids that can actually put the ball in the basket.
Well, Coach, how has it worked? I mean, how many miles have you put on that ride to get these folks in this building? Because now I think I saw one of the practices right after one of the volleyball matches. You had 12 to 15 girls running up and down.
Yeah, we've been working our tail off. Me and Coach Shani doing a great job recruiting. We're at games. We've been at mostly every AAU tournament that you could think of. You'd have seen us there. High school practices, we're there. We're in communication with a lot of coaches, just building relationships. I mean, we have 15 kids here that's practicing now, but another 10 kids that didn't hold on. So we have 20-plus kids in the gym this summer. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. I think people are starting to buy into what we're trying to do because they see the work. As long as we stay consistent and keep the main thing, we'll be okay.
And then you got, is it Tasia Lewis?
Tasia Lewis, yeah.
Talk about her and what's the young lady from Lincoln? Tamia French. Yeah. And is it fair to say Tamia was the second best player? And then Tasia Brody was the third best player on last year's team.
Yeah, so you brought the 3 best players back from last year. And the best thing about it, they've grown up now. So they're matured. Some of the pouting and things that you saw last year, you won't see from them. They understand what their goals are and what it's going to take to obtain them. Even with the record that we had last year, 3 out of our 2 out of our 3 sophomores, we were able to go on to 4-year schools. Faith's playing at Madonna now, and Zayana is playing at. She's playing at, I can't remember what school she's playing at in Grand Rapids, but she's going on and play right now.
Aquinas?
No, it's a new program.
Oh, Kaiser.
Yep. So
know
she's
a couple
going on
kids
to play.
up there.
She's going on to play too. So they kind of set the tone, and they seen the opportunities are there. So they taking it a lot more serious. They're in the lab. They're in the books. They're in the weight room without me. You know, it's some days that you come in here and you see Kaya and Tamia and Tay, they're running practice for the first 30 minutes without me having to say a word. I can sit on the side. We didn't have that maturity last year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So accountability is what we kind of banking on this year, and they're full force into it this year.
Well, we're talking with Henry Ford College women's basketball head women's basketball coach Daryl Smith, and it's volleyball time on our live streaming network for the Henry Ford College Athletics here at Memorial Gymnasium. 19-3 timeout is called by Henry Ford, and right now when it's 19-3 like this, after that tough first set, what do you think the mindset is of the young people that are on that floor? Because hey, it's easy to talk about it, but man, they're going through it.
Yeah, I think right now, especially after the first set that they had, they got to know that it's possible for them to kind of just fight back. You know, not really get down on themselves. I've seen them in the past kind of get down on themselves when they go down in sets like this. So hopefully coaches over there just encouraging them and letting them know to still fight through, because it's not over. You know, even if, you don't get out of this set, you still got the next one. So still just play every point one at a time.
How are your girls feeling about the upcoming season?
They're excited about it. We just got back from Chicago not too long ago, like last weekend, playing in the Jamboree up there. And we did pretty well. Some of the teams that, beat us by a lot of points last year, we were able to jump out on, kind of show a lot different. Kaya got a lot of interest. Got about 4 different schools that showed some interest in her. So I think they're excited about it. Like I said, they're happy. They're proud to be here. They want to change the way people perceive our program. And so they're taking it personally.
Okay. Well, Coach, any final thoughts before you get out of here? And hopefully you'll send your Tasia, Kaya, and Tamia.
Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a nice group.
Yeah.
Tasia, Tamia, and Kaya. They might have a hit record coming to you real soon. But just kind of leave us with a thought.
Hopefully, just support us. Right now, our theme for this year is "We Over Me." So we're kind of making sure that we're more family-oriented. We're playing for each other, not just playing for ourselves. We want that to be the same outlook of the whole community here before, not just the women's basketball team. So you get the opportunity to support the team this season, please do that.
Okay, well, Coach, best of luck to you. Daryl Smith, the head women's basketball coach here at Henry Ford College. Thank you for spending time with us. Good luck during the season. If we don't get a chance to see you before this volleyball season's over, we can't wait as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Coach is going to send the other young ladies up so we can talk to them and just really see what's on their mind with the volleyball. With the basketball, because they're at every volleyball match and really enjoying themselves, really being supportive of the volleyball program. And then conversely, when it's basketball season, you see the volleyball girls out here supporting women's basketball. And they're going to bring Kaya Wilson up, and Kaya Wilson is about as smooth as they get. I really enjoy watching her play behind the back. She does stuff that I dream about, Jeff.
I hear. Me too. I dream about that kind of stuff too.
Yes.
But I stopped dreaming about it a few years ago.
Yeah, with Jeff, I don't know if you want to sit back down, man.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna remain standing.
Okay.
Because I understand those young ladies are coming back up.
22-5, and the girl that just made the service there, Shantae Hudgens, has been, I would say she's been stellar for Macomb, kid out of Warren Lincoln. And, she didn't really play that much. She didn't really play that much in the first set, but they unleashed her here in the second set. And Henry Ford's had a tough time. They're having a tough time here in that second set, because it's rough, Jeff. When you get down like this, like Coach was saying, you just have to believe that you can win. And Henry Ford's had a tough time here.
You're absolutely right, because I believe they got off to one of the better starts that I've seen today, and they were really playing some great volleyball. And
Right.
here come the young ladies right now. I'm going to give them the seat and let you talk to them.
Okay, well, Jeff, I'm going to need time and a half. Can I get time and a half? Well, stay with us. And I tell you what, Jeff, we'll stay with the match, and then we'll have them join us the third set. Unless we have broadcast journalism majors who could just fall right in and give us the action, tell us the play-by-play of what's going on. I think that's Tasia right here, right? Taya. It's Taya.
Yep.
Taya Lewis.
Taya Lewis.
Taya Lewis and Tamia French. And then we got Kaya over here and Kaya Wilson. You gonna leave me hanging? And we're gonna talk to these ladies a little bit more. It is set point, and Henry Ford's already down 1-0, and it's tough. It's real tough. 19-game losing streak, and you want to, if you're the girls, you want to stay energetic and excited about it. And that's it. 25-8 to close out set number 2. And we're going to talk to these ladies from the women's program. And ladies, first of all, thanks for joining us. I see you all come to all the matches. How important is it to support all the other programs here at Henry Ford? And Tamia, you can go first, and we can pass it around to Taya and then Kaya.
I think it's really important to support your school sports, because you want that same love back. So you want to show the same respect that you want to be given.
Okay, go ahead.
I also think it's a respect thing to know, like, other athletes are in the building putting forth their best effort to make sure they maintain in school and athletics as well. So I want to support them and let them know, like, we see your hard work.
Okay. And Kai, come on, you can come around here if you want. You can use this mic, and we'll move it over.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
I just say it's very good to support each other, no matter what sport it is. Just so we can know each other, support each other, know we here for each other.
Okay, and I see you all here all the time, and let's kind of switch it. First of all, did you all play any volleyball in high school? Did you all get a chance to play volleyball?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think of what you see on the college level, Ty?
I like it. I like seeing, like, the different tempo from college to high school. It's different, like, to see, like, how they move. High school, you just kind of like sitting there playing through. But, like, college is a faster pace. You got to react faster.
Well, let's segue right now into what you all are here for. You're student athletes. You play on the women's basketball team. Kaya, talk to us about what you did last year, but now heading into this 23-24 season.
It's just, I feel like we started off bad last year. This year, I feel like we got it. We bringing something home. I know that's what we gonna do.
Okay, because I tell you, I remember some games where it was very competitive, and I felt like if you had 2 or 3 more good bodies, that you could have got more W's. Talk about that if you can, Tamia.
I feel like that's kind of all we needed was a few more pieces. To say we had the small numbers, I feel like we really competed really well. So this year, we have a lot more girls than we did last year, so I feel like we have a good chance of actually getting somewhere this season.
Okay. You want to top that off for us?
I feel like bodies was a big thing for us last year, and not really being able to, like, see the full potential because we didn't have a full-scale team. But, like, this year we have a lot of different personalities and a lot of different players, so I'm excited to see what we got this year.
Okay. Well, we're speaking with Taya Lewis, Tamia French, and Kaya Wilson, all of the women's basketball team. We're getting ready for set number 3, so hang with me real quick, ladies, because we got to do this little job that they pay us for here on the Henry Ford College live streaming network. And let's see if the women come out here. The women's volleyball team comes out and shows some of that energy that we've been looking for. Down 2-0 or 2-0. See what happens. Can anyone talk? This is a question for each and every one of you. Talk about how tough it might be, because you all been through some tough times. How is it to stay focused when you're losing? It's always good when you're winning, but what happens when you lose?
I feel like when you lose, it should just motivate you even more, just so you can get the win or even attempt to push the score down.
I feel like when you losing, it's easy to tell yourself to stay motivated rather than actually doing it. But you just have to remember that you also have a team. So when you're playing with a team, you gotta keep your head up when y'all down. Because when y'all all down, when you down, y'all all down. When you up, y'all all up.
I'm kind of going based off what Tay said. Same thing. I feel like you have to keep your head in the game for your team. I had a hard time doing that last year. I would get down on myself a lot and get frustrated, but I feel like you always got to stay within the team, because like you said, when you lose it, when you lose it, you lose it. When you win it, you win it. So. Right.
Well, ladies, I'll round it up by saying this. After the volleyball matches, you all have had a few practices, and I've seen, 12, 13 girls in the gym. How must that feel? For you all to have that many players in the program. Talk about how exciting that is and the competition that goes on.
It's real exciting, that we got more bodies, more talent, and just more people to help out than last year.
I think I pretty much feel the same way. Like, I want to see how our team pushed through with the number of bodies we got, because last year we didn't have that luxury.
I think it's really refreshing, because now the competition in practice will be better, and the breaks during the game, and then you have more support on the bench. So.
Okay, and when I saw Tamir French, I said Ipsy Lincoln. Imani Bates, kid that ended up at Eastern Michigan, and is with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Have you kept track of what his success has been? And what do you think?
I think he's doing real well for himself, especially with all the obstacles that he's been through. He was still a kid. Like, a lot of people, prayed on his downfall and stuff like that, but everybody learn, everybody grow. He's really good at what he does. So I think he did real well for himself for all them obstacles.
Okay, so we'll see what happens. And Kaya, you're from Oak Park, and Greg Carter's a mentor of mine and a great friend. Talk about that time you spent at Oak Park and how important it is from what you're experiencing now here at Henry Ford.
I was just coached and taught by a lot of good people. Coach Carter, Coach Peggy Carr. They just taught me how to maintain myself, and I respect them a lot for that.
Well, Peggy and Will, those are my people. I love them to death. They're great people. So you've had all those influences. But listen, I'm looking at you all, and I see the top 3 players from last year. Anybody got any problems out there? We taking care of it, right? Go ahead and tell us about it, Taya. Am I saying your name right?
It's Taya.
Taya. Yeah. Go ahead, Taya. Tell us about it.
I don't really know. Like you said, if there's problems out there, we're going to take care of it. That's pretty much that's all there is to it.
Yeah, it's coming from somebody. I was a tri-captain in college. We took care of everything. And Coach did talk about how he can come in the gym now, and you all run the first, if need be, you all run the first 30 minutes of practice. Talk about the accountability and the ownership that you all have on this squad.
I think now it's very different, because like I said, we got a lot of different bodies. So people make sure that they voice their personality and let it know that they don't want their time wasted when they're here. So when you're gonna be here, we're gonna be here together, and we're gonna put in this work, or you can go home.
Yeah, I agree with Tay. We here. We taking accountability for everything. We trying to help out as much as we can. Try to put less stress on the coach. And yeah.
You want to say something?
I'm going to bounce off what they said. It's a lot of personalities, so sometimes you have to reel everybody in. Especially being here last year, we kind of know what to do starting off. So you just kind of have to take that responsibility.
Okay. Well, last thing I want to ask you all is, heading into the season, I know you got to be excited about it. You seem like you're excited about it. What can we expect? I don't want to say prediction, but what can we expect at Henry Ford College with the women's basketball team?
You can expect a lot. I feel like this year we on the road. We trying to bring something home. We ain't just playing to play. We playing to get something.
I think you can expect a whole flip of the program as a whole, and we're going to get some wins this year because last year they wasn't really ready. So we're going to make sure we're ready this year.
I think we can expect the same thing, a lot more wins. Last year we gave everybody a run for their money, so this year I think ain't no doubt that we're going to come up out of here with a lot of wins. So.
Well, I like what I hear from these ladies, and Kaya Wilson, Taya Lewis, and Tamia French. Good luck, ladies. We're going to be here every step of the way here on the Henry Ford College live streaming network. Thank you for joining us, and good luck this season. And wait a minute, about 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away?
Yep.
All right. Stay healthy. Keep hustling, and hey, we'll see you during the season.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. At the women's basketball players here from Henry Ford College, really enjoyed talking to them because they're right. They played close last year. If they had some more ladies, maybe they win it, but they win more games. But this year, they have double-digit numbers on the roster. So let's see what happens. And Jeff, what a great time talking to the head coach Daryl Smith and the young ladies from the women's basketball program. It's 11-6 in set number 3, and Henry Ford was just tied at 6-6, and they fell down. It's 11-6 now, and it's as the lady said, you just got to keep hustling. You just got to keep playing, and the frustration seems to have set in. Henry Ford got down in that second set, and they just seem to have. They just can't recover from it.
Well, I mean, from the first set to the second set, you could see that somewhere they lost focus late in that first set, and it's so difficult when you're a coach and you're trying to motivate and keep your players in the game and everything. It's very difficult to do. And I want to say that Coach Chambers, being a difficult job, she is doing a real nice job and just trying to keep her players motivated and focused on what's going on in the game.
Yeah, and I think what Coach Smith said was very important. He said, stay the course. If you're Coach Chambers, stay the course. She played here, which I didn't know. I didn't know she played basketball and volleyball here, and that's huge.
Oh, yeah.
And so if there's anyone that can help rebuild this program or sustain it, it's a person like Coach Chambers.
Right. It's her. You're absolutely right. Again, good job by Henry Ford at the net. Excellent job by one of the smallest members of the team in Atlanta Bell. The way she sets up players and then defending the net. And you have Estelle defending in net, and also number 11, Ankles. Let's see, can they battle back and get back in this one? Nice tap shot. Dig attempt by the Monarchs. The Monarchs keeping it alive. Tap shot again by the Monarchs. Looking for the setup. Outside hitter coming up strong. That's not as, didn't have the authority. Good shot by, Ankles put some mustard on that one.
The timeout was, it's serving them well. The energy, the reflexes. I mean, both teams. I mean, it's really on point.
11-8 is your score. It's Bell with the setup again. That one's long. Oh, my.
Yeah, Jeff, I think that it was good to talk to the ladies, the women's basketball program, because those are the 3 best players they had. They're all returning. Add some other pieces, as Coach Smith has talked about, and you just never know what might happen for this team and this program.
I totally agree with you. People really don't realize sometimes what a difficult job it is being a head coach, especially at a smaller school, and especially at a school like Henry Ford or schools in this division. It's so difficult to keep your squad going because it's an ever-changing roster. Every year you're getting just new players. Some of these colleges are not 4-year schools, and that makes it extremely difficult. Young ladies transfer, they come and go, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen in 4-year schools, but it happens more often at this level of college ball.
Macomb is very methodical in their approach, and Henry Ford is matching them right now. I just love the way that Henry Ford threw it all. They're hustling. There's a point there, but
it was touched by 2 players.
Yeah, touched by 2 players there, and it just for Henry Ford, they have to stay focused. We got one more home game. That's next Monday. Then we round out this regular season. As we look at Henry Ford's schedule, their hitting percentage is now negative .005. I don't know if I've ever seen that. They have at Schoolcraft and then Mott here on Monday to close it out in the regular season.
And we'll be with you for that last home game. Come on out and support your Hawks.
And the ladies had on their pink warm-ups. Not the pink jerseys, but the pink warm-ups. And breast cancer awareness is at the fore of everybody. And if you're a breast cancer survivor, that was for you. That was out, so Henry Ford gets a point there.
(15-11) is your score. That one's long. Out of bounds. Before getting a little momentum here. In set number 3.
It seemed like when Henry Ford made that move in the first set, Coach Doogie, Lauren Doogie Duquette, she stayed with her guns and didn't play Shantae Hudgens. Hudgens is back there serving now, 16-12. And she's come up big in set 2 and 3. She's definitely a kid that's going to be a Division I player.
She's probably one of the top kids in this league, or I'm just going to go out on a limb and say she has to be one of the top players in this league.
Yeah. One of the best we've seen.
So far, one of the best we've seen. Yeah.
And if you're Henry Ford, Jeff, these last 2 matches, Schoolcraft and Mott, would love to finish this, get this losing streak over. And you look at it, and Schoolcraft is 3-14. That's a chance to get a win. Mott may be a different story. They're 8-0 in the conference right now.
8-0. That's gonna be a tough one.
So at Schoolcraft on Wednesday, let's be realistic. It's their best chance of getting a win the rest of the season. Got to somehow find a way to put three good sets together. And Henry Ford, as I look at it, I don't think they've gone 5 this year, this season, and it's tough. And statistically, you look at it, and it's just 3.92 kills per set, 3.58 assists, 0.24 blocks. They've lost 19 in a row. Once upon a time, Henry Ford was 1-1, and so it's you're 0-9 in the conference. You haven't won a home match. It's tough. So I applaud Coach Chambers for, as I said, she keeps these young ladies interested. She keeps them involved. She coaches. She's earned her paycheck.
Yes.
We can dare to say that. We know the athletic director, the great Miss Rochelle Taylor. And it's a grind. 21 matches to date with 2 more to go.
Two more to go.
Somehow you got to find a way to get a win. You would like to see that happen anyway.
And, hey, it's a lot of coaches that have been in this same situation when their teams are struggling to get victories. And what I would say to Coach Chambers, improvement, working on the fundamentals and getting that down and keeping the program together the entire season of what you have. These young ladies that she has right now is a good nucleus to use to build upon.
Well, Jeff, look, let's just cut to the chase.
Yes.
There are 6 freshmen on this roster.
Okay.
If you keep 5. If you keep all 5 of them, you're off and running.
Yes.
Now go get 5 more. Now you got 5 freshmen to replace the 5 you just moved up to your sophomore year. Now you got a program. And that it's about recruiting the class that you just lost or moved up.
And that's an ongoing process.
Yep.
Especially on any level of college athletics. Recruiting. Good job with getting that one back over the net.
They're going to lose Elizabeth Storms and Marissa Peterson. Skylar Piper, who is their libero, is a solid player to build around. And we always talk about Alana Bell and the 2 big girls, Aisha Estelle and Admire Ackles.
Bell with the setup. Good dig shot. Bell, despite her size, been doing a good job on the front line.
It's a nice kill.
(2015) your score. Bell trying to set up the outside hitter. Couldn't get that over.
Yeah, and this match has gone by pretty quick. It's approaching an hour and maybe, I think, 7 or 8 minutes.
You're in the ballpark. More like 14 minutes. Bell in the center again. Excellent job on the kill shot from Henry Ford. Now checking into the game is Estelle, number 15. They're looking to set up someone. Good job by the outside hitter. That one's tapped up, kept alive, got it over. Good job. Nice little tap right into the corner. Counterpoint for the Monarchs. 22-16. Piper checks back into the game as a libero in the blue jersey.
fighting to the end. I mean, you got to love that. I mean, this could have gotten away from him when it was 11-6, and Henry Ford has stayed relatively close. And they played him even from that point on. So that is a positive, but
Oh, yeah.
moral victories, I mean, I know they don't want to hear it, but
Right.
that is positive.
It's definitely positive. They give that point to the Monarchs. Look like
Set point, game,
set point, yeah.
game, set point. That's it.
And that's going to do it. Your final thoughts on this one?
Well, Jeff, I just think it's sad, you know, because you hate to see the team that we broadcast go through a 20-game losing streak. 1-21 on the year with 2 left. But that is the reality. And Macomb turned it on once it got close. That first set was too close for comfort for them, and they fought back. And they showed who the better team was here tonight at the Memorial Gymnasium.
All right. Your final in 3 sets. Macomb College does it. Comes down to Dearborn and defeats the Hawks. For Eric Pate, my name is Jeff Lowe. We'll see you next time on the Henry Ford Game of the Week, right here on the Henry Ford Streaming Network.